gotta get this bottle for the... What you doing in the refrigerator again? I thought you was on the warrior diet. We got the toast Imani. Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on. Y'all come on up out of there. See, I started a little bit late today, so I gotta get stuff ready. So hold on.
I don't eat baby.
Yeah, I got to get the stuff together. I gotta get the oil. You know, we gotta do some oil letting today. About to do the oil letting, and I'm just working. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna take the toast out of the kitchen and get your glass. We're gonna do it. All right, this is what happens when you wake up late. Got a family, and of course, you know, we still gotta do our toast. I haven't drunk anything yet. I rolled out the bed late. And then on top of that, being on the warrior diet, they cook pancakes and stuff like that. I'm like, man, I gotta hold out. I'm trying. So we're gonna drink the water. Got my water. As you can hear, my kids are having fun in the background. Some of them are having sorrow. That's life, is it not? In any moment, one of my children's about to bust in.
Jesus poked me in the eye.
Okay. All right. Now back up. No, because your hair is messed up. You messed your hair up. Close the door, please. I'm in production. So, it's real life around Giame, so I'm not trying to hide nothing from y'all. But here we go. Jumpstart the body, and of course we got to go and bust it open. So I took some of the ginseng because I told y'all yesterday about the bottles. Now this is another bottle. As you notice, it's a different shape, different thickness. This is a very thick bottle. Now my ambrosia sometime will break one of these bottles with the pressure, so that's why I have to let it sit for a while before I put it in the bottles, right? Because it's some powerful stuff. So I'm gonna pop it. Hopefully it don't overflow. But here we go. Oh man! If you listen, you can hear it. See, that ginseng does something a little bit different. Look at that. This is gonna be a great toast. Y'all hear it? Can you hear it? Alright. Alright, before we start this toast, let me handle my business now. For those that are the ambrosia drinkers, always try to put the cap back on so that you keep some of that fizz, because that fizz is powerful. So Of course, we're going to toast the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. Alright? Going to toast our ancestors. Remember your own personal line. Toast them. Not for them, there will be no you. We're going to toast this present moment, which of course is Imani, which is a beautiful Imani. And boy, do I got something for y'all today. Last but not least, we are going to toast our children on to infinity for at least the next 7 generations. So we're going to toast them. And as we say, Ashe, in Giami, we also say 100 years. Now, we are going to toast. I mean, we already toasted, so of course y'all know we are on the day of Alright, so now we also have 3 other principles on this day. We have harmony. Oh, man, getting old. We have trust. And last but not least, we have the hermetic law of gender. Alright, so today is the day of Imani. And one of the lessons, because we got trust, we got harmony, we got gender. And one of the lessons that I learned came from one of my students. And she wrote a poem for, actually she wrote a poem for all of the Millennium 7. Every rocket roll call, I let her get up and read. And her poem this week was on trust. And she said trust is like a piece of
I do.
ice.
I do.
Once you ball it up,
I do.
never get the wrinkles out.
You gonna tell the story?
I was listening to a lesson, and I'm like, I was just stunned. You know what I'm saying?
You know the story.
What story?
Will you see shit, I see fertilizer or something like that?
Alright, I'll tell that story.
Alright, fam, I'm sitting at the barbershop. I'll let you know how I look when I come back out. But I'm going to tell this story, or at least part of it, depending on when the chair open up. Alright, so here we go. I want to thank you, Imani, for reminding me about this story because it kind of lines up with what I was going to talk about with faith. In life, we often get what we expect. You know what I'm saying? And life works that way. We have an auto guiding system within inside of us. I spoke to y'all about it. The reticular formation. It brings things to consciousness, and those are the things that we look for. So if we're looking for the negative, we often get the negative. You know. So this is a story about that. Now, I told this story 6 years ago on YouTube, and I went back and looked at the video, and I mean, it's crazy how much the technology has advanced, because I recorded it on a cell phone and uploaded to YouTube, but the sound was all off and all that, so I'm going to retire that video, and I'm going to do this one. The name of this story is called Will You See Shit? Alright? And I know it's, you know, cover your kids' ears, but it's a good story. You might want your kids to hear it. Let me adjust this just a little bit. There we go. All right, so here we go. Now, I used to do work at a place called Afrocentric Personal Development Shop. And one of the things that we used to do is we used to go to prisons. I used to go to prisons with Dr. Kelsey. Dr. Kelsey would take me up to the prison. And that's a story all in itself, you know what I'm saying? It was a sink or swim type thing, where he would take me there, and either I would blossom or I would drown. And the worst part about this drowning is I would drown with some people that was doing life that had absolutely nothing to live. So I had to really, really do my thing. Well, anyway, Dr. Kelsey turned it all the way over to me, and once a week I used to have to drive up to this prison, which was about an hour away from my house. I'm thinking it was Orient, but I'm not 100% sure. Well, anyway, I would drive up to the prison and speak. But on the way, those of you that know me, y'all know that I have a sleeping problem. So if I'm doing something too long, I will eventually start falling asleep. So halfway in between where I would go to the prison, there was a fruit stand in front of a farm. It was like a farmer's market, and I would stop here. And I would stop there on the way up, which would be early in the morning, and I would stop there on the way back. Then I wasn't drinking coffee, I was drinking water or something, and I would stop and I would get out the car, and when the market was open, because I went through the season, so in the wintertime it wasn't open, spring, they would have a few things. But then I stopped one day, and it was crowded, so this had to be somewhere in the summer. And I got out the car to rest, to wake up, because it's not good to sleep and drive. I wouldn't, actually I do a little bit better sleeping and driving. But the point is, for y'all out there, right, don't sleep and drive. So I stopped the car, and I get out, and I start looking at some of the fruit. And the old man that was running the stand looked at me and said, wow, you stop here quite often. This is, one of the few times that you have actually came in. I said, well, thank you for noticing, And we started talking. And as we started talking, I said, well, how long you been farming? He said, about 20 years. I said, how did you end up farming? Because he was an older dude, so this means he probably started farming in his 40s, according to what he just told me. And I'm like, well, how did you end up farming? He said, well, I used to work for a big company. I used to run a big company in Columbus. I was stressed one day, and I went home early for lunch. And when I got home, because I never had time for my family. My wife was leaving me. I didn't have time for my kids. And one day I walked in, and a show called Green Acres was on. And it was about, I said, I know what it's about. It's about a New York lawyer who got frustrated and went out to the country. He said, me working so hard, I never saw the damn show. I didn't even know this show existed. So I sat down during my lunch break and I watched the show, and I thought about it, and I said, well, hell, I'm kind of stressed. I'm surrounded by shit. There's always something popping up. Always. I'm stressed out. I don't have time for my family. So I decided I was going to take my money and buy a farm. And I bought this farm you see here. And I moved out here. And I got the animals, and I was trying to take care of the animals. And, the farming wasn't going too good for me. I was eating up my money and stuff like that. So, I decided to start cleaning up. So the animals was shitting everywhere. And I just started cleaning it up, and I piled it up. And one day, a farmer drove by, and he looked in there, and he said, hey, what you doing with all that? He said, this shit? He said, yeah, that's what you call it. I'm getting rid of it. He said, okay, hold on. So back to where I was. He said, what you doing with all that? I said, I'm throwing it away. He said, oh, I'll take it. He said, sure. I said, sure. So I piled it up, boom, boom, boom. And every other week they would come by, different farmers would come by kind of laughing and shit, just taking his shit. I'm giving away. I'm like, damn, thank you for helping me clean up. When one day an older farmer happened to drive by, and he saw the pile of shit, and he looked at my crops. He said, how your farm doing? He said, man, I'm struggling. He said, what are you doing with that? I said, you mean that pile of shit right there? He said, yeah. Is that what you call it? He said, yeah. Yeah. I said, oh. So he sat down and he spoke with me. And he gave me some clarity. Right? And he stopped the story right there because I'm in the story like, yo, so what? What was the clarity? He said, come take a walk with me. So I walk around and he walked me up to a pile. So as we got closer, my eyes started watering and he said, son, what do you see right there? And I kind of had I said, look, and it smells like a pile of shit. He said, and that's exactly what I used to see until the older farmer told me what that was. See, where you see shit, I now see fertilizer. That, what you call shit, if I was to take it out here and put it in my crops, which I'm going to put out here real soon to get the land ready so that I can get my crops together, that shit that you call it starts the life-making process for the seeds to be able to eat and to grow into the plants that we all eat. I was just like you. I saw nothing but shit around me. And because I saw nothing but shit around me, that's all I kept getting. I got the bad smell. I got the slippery up under my foot. But after I spoke to that farmer, my farm became a success because I changed what I saw. And I changed my expectations for what you call shit. So now, what you see right there is not shit. That's fertilizer. I said, wow, never thought about it like that. Because without fertilizer, you have no life. And this brings it back to the principle of the day, Imani, as well as trust, as well as gender, as well as harmony. You know what I'm saying? Brings us back. We get out of life what we expect, right? We get out of life what we expect. And I'm asking you to change how you see the world so that you can change your expectations from the world. Okay? So, this is Brother Hatim. This has been the Daily Toast. I want to thank you for tuning in, and I'm out. Thank you for watching the video. I want you to subscribe. Click the bird right there, the fiery bird. And I also have a special video just for you right there. And for those that want more information about Jammy Journey, go to our site. It should be right about there. Peace.